How you guys doing? Derek here. I'm here to help you find yourself, and I'm still working on this intro. You, yourself is amazing. Okay, that's what I'm gonna modify that. I'm gonna get on that. But yeah, this bad quality again. Apologies for the bad, background. Let me just show you where I am. I'm in Laos. I don't know if this camera can pick up the freaking awesome mountains and stuff. Look at that. Yeah, look at those mountains. I'm here on a visa run, which I thought would only take 2 days. A visa run is when you have to take care of something outside of your country that you're living for the visa. So anyway, let's get to the point. My point of this video is I had this experience I've had so many experiences like this, but this one I just happened to write down and document. It's not anything like crazy, but it's just a process of my mind. So I like to play piano. I like to jam. I like to improvise music because it's like we can do anything. We are all geniuses, I believe. And the reason why I say that, there's been a study in NASA where they had children who I think they were like 3 years old, and they did a test of their genius, and it was like 85% of them were geniuses. I think it should have been 100 if the test was perfect. And then after 10 years, or maybe 8 years, I can't remember, they did the test again after the children had been exposed to the world, education, and everything. And only 3% of them were now showing genius qualities. So the point is that we can, a lot of us can do stuff that we don't know that we can do. And if you're doing music, for example, as a musician, you can just jam and you can just create music like on the spot. And a lot of it is like, okay, do I feel comfortable doing that? What if it sucks? Anything. But I like to do that. I like to just share this moment with people. Like we created something new in this moment and you're witnessing it, and like it's really fun for me to do that, and it also inspires people to try as well. So anyway, went to this bar. I was talking to the bar owner, and I said like, man, there is just too many musicians around here playing covers. I know it was kind of arrogant of me. I didn't think about it, but a lot of stuff we do it subconsciously. We don't think about what is our ego making us do. So I said like, yeah, we should do more jamming here. Like there's too many like covers being played and it's so boring, and people just need to improvise more and freestyle and experiment. And when I said that, there was this guy there, this older gentleman, he heard me. Okay, so then after that, I noticed that this guy, he always plays covers, and he's not that experienced, but he's enjoying it. And he's getting better and better. And he would go there like almost every day. And then I noticed that I would be playing my jam, just jamming. He would do these little jabs. Like, for example, I'd be jamming and he'd be like, it's okay to hit the black keys too, Derek, ha ha ha. And then the thing about him is though, he's quite aware, he's quite self-aware of what he's doing. And it's rare to meet people like when they're doing what I call adult bullying, which is basically acting on a insecurity and putting people down kind of in a subconscious way. Most people, they don't catch it. They don't really see that they're doing it, but he was somebody who could actually catch it. So he was like, he said that comment and then he looked and he's like, oh, you are playing the black keys too. Okay, like this. And so my thought process at that time was like, okay, this guy is obviously feeling some kind of insecurity at the fact that I'm improvising and he's only playing covers. And again, in my mind, I was comparing, and I was saying like, okay, what I'm doing is more creative than what he's doing, which, okay, maybe it is, I don't know, but it's like there's difficulty to playing covers too. And then this happened some other times where just little subconscious thing, like little subtle things that he was doing to try and kind of put me down in a way, then he would kind of catch it. And then there was one time where there was this day where there was this like session going on, which I didn't know about. Usually I thought we could just go in and jam. It's a really cool bar, by the way. It's like you can just go in, got instruments everywhere, you can just play with your friends. So I just went in and I was playing. I started to play, and then this guy came and he started to tune his guitar. And I was just kind of messing around a little bit. And then the guitar player started playing something, and then that guy came up to me and he was like, Derek, come here. And so he pulled me out of the playing, and he told me, like, today we're doing I forgot, open mic. So this is different from jamming. It's something that he created. But it was like, it's different from jamming. You have to sign up in order to be there, or you just have to start playing first. And in my mind, I was like, I started playing first. Like, I sat down, I was playing piano first, and then this guy came down and then he was tuning his guitar. So why? And then I was thinking, why does he stop me from playing? It was I started, right? And then I thought, wait, this is so annoying. Like, this guy is just so insecure about how okay, this is just my thought pattern, okay? He's so insecure about how about how good I am. Okay, I want to say that. How I always improvise and how it makes him feel inadequate. So he wanted to just stop me, and then this linked to some other insecurity of mine, and I was like, I'm so tired. This went back to like this story. I was like, okay, I'm so tired of other people's insecurities making my life harder. And because I had this fear that my life was going to be hard because people are insecure, I got pissed off, and I was like, bro, I started playing first, and you didn't tell me anything about blah blah blah, and I got pissed off at him. And he's like, yeah, and he explained, and I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And I raised my voice, and I was getting angry. And it turned out, after we talked about it, it turned out that I kind of understood it. It was like he sat down and he was tuning, and he thought that I was just kind of warming up. And then he started playing, and he just assumed that because he started playing a cover, and I'm used to jamming, and this session is about playing covers, I guess. So it kind of made sense, and I was like, oh, yeah. And I told him, sorry, I just was getting paranoid. And then we shook hands and everything. And then I realized that, actually the problem from the very beginning was, first of all, I was judging other people. So the very first thing that I did, something else I forgot to mention is when that guy was playing his covers, sometimes he would tell me, it was kind of unnatural, but he would tell me yeah, there's a mathematical precision to it. It's really quite advanced. Or he would try to tell me how hard it is to play covers or something. And then other times it would be unnatural, the way that he would actually compliment me when I would play. That's another way you can kind of feel when somebody's over complimenting you, but it feels a little bit off. Or even if someone's showering you with kind of love or compliments, and you feel something's off. Usually that means that they don't really feel that. For example, if I'm just wow, how are you? Oh, it's so good to see you. Wow. And it sounds fake. It probably is fake. And it probably is the fact that I don't really love you that much. I don't really care that much, but I'm trying to compensate for that. So that's kind of annoying. But when people do that, that's so annoying, by the way. I hate that. Oh man, that's one thing that I don't miss. We do that in America a lot. Americans are notorious for that. Anyway, and so, okay, I just put that in. So back to the story, he would do those things, right? And then I was yelling and everything because I was insecure about that. And I found out it started with me judging, because I was judging people who play covers, and people are just doing to judge that is to assume to know. I don't know the people that play covers. And actually, as I came to find out, those people actually enjoy jamming and they're really talented, but they need to make a living. And so they have to play covers to make a living. And I was judging them by saying, like, oh, they need to jam more, they need to blah, blah, blah. So that was my fault at the very beginning. And I was being insensitive because of that. And then that little act of judgment, that little act of insensitivity led to someone else getting offended or kind of hurt in a way. And then it led to this other thing where there was some like tension between us, where I did one way, he did another way, and I could see that he was acting insecure. And the other thing that was my problem, my other fault, was that I was so focused on understanding psychology. Like, we can be so focused on understanding people's faults. And like, we think that, like, I also teach people to do this. I teach people to understand why, when somebody says something negative about you, why they're really saying it and they're actually attacking themselves. It's an act of insecurity. You can understand all that, but my attempts to understand that throughout led to me acting insecure. Ironically, it led to me creating my own insecurity. Like, oh man, I am so tired of people's insecurities making me feel annoyed, like annoying me and stopping my fun. And then that became my insecurity. So the point that I realized from all this is, at the very beginning, I should not assume to know and judge people. And the other thing I learned is that this whole time that this guy was doing all these things, I was aware of it, and it was like my focus on psychology and my focus on people's insecurities and on understanding why people do what they do and all this, it didn't result in anything good. It just resulted in this anger and this fight and stuff. And yeah, I realized that I can choose to focus on people's faults, or I can choose to focus on their good points. And like, when people get insecure, it's like my mind can just focus on the fault and on the insecurity. Why? Because of fear, because I'm afraid that I will be that way. And it's judging, basically. I'm basically judging someone for their insecurity. So the lesson that I learned throughout this whole thing is to just not judge people. It started when I judged. It kept on going when I judged his insecurity. And it resulted in a fight. It resulted in negativity. We're good friends now because I explained it to him, and we actually are good friends, and it's cool now. I want to like tell people the freedom that you get when people act out and they bully you and you feel a negative energy, to just forgive them instantly. Like, forgiving them instantly is releasing any energy that they have on you, because you know that they're just acting in the best idea at the moment. Like, they have an idea, it's the best idea at the moment, they act on that, and it shows something about their personality. It shows that they're insecure or something. But I'm insecure too, like I showed in this story. And it's like, we just need to just forgive instantly. Like, it just shows that love covers all wrongs. Like, if I had acted in love from the beginning in this situation, I would have been completely free from this whole, like, it was just kind of stress, and it made me uncomfortable when I was there dealing with that. And I'm learning little by little that love just works. Like, love just covers everything for us. And our society doesn't teach this. A lot of people don't like it when I say that, when I say, like, become loving, become love, and you're going to be set free from all this stuff that brings you down. But I hope that this was an example, a good example, that I could actually explain how choosing other options, like trying to understand it, trying to analyze, trying to judge and stuff, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't result in anything good. So yeah, that was a good story to tell, and thank you guys for watching. Please, again, reach out. I love helping. I love doing this, and I love just helping people. And so yeah, reach out if you have a question, comment, etc. And I'll see you guys hopefully when I'm back and my setup is a little better. So see you.